Zemstock, In Search of Excellence. Zems English B1 Unit 12D. IELTS Speaking Part 3 Sample Answer. The Power of Stories and Their Influence on People. Question 1. Do you think people can learn important lessons from stories? Yes, absolutely. I believe stories are one of the most powerful ways to convey lessons because they connect emotions with ideas in a way that facts or advice often can't. When we read or listen to a story, we don't just understand the message, we actually experience it through the characters' feelings and choices. For instance, a story about honesty or forgiveness can leave a lasting impression because it allows us to see the consequences of actions in a relatable, human context. In a sense, stories act as mirrors that help us reflect on our own values, emotions, and decisions. Question 2. How do stories help people understand other cultures or lifestyles? Stories serve as a bridge between cultures by letting us to step into a new world. Through literature or folk tales, we can explore the traditions, beliefs, and social norms of societies that might be completely different from ours. For example, reading a story from Japan might highlight the value placed on harmony and respect, while one from Africa might emphasize community spirit and oral wisdom. What's interesting is that, while stories show cultural differences, they also reveal universal human emotions, love, fear, or hope, that make us realize how similar we all are. This helps build empathy and tolerance, especially in today's globalized world where cultural understanding is more important than ever. Also, stories challenge stereotypes by showing realistic, personal perspectives rather than general assumptions. In that sense, storytelling is not only entertainment, but also a form of cultural education. Question 3. How do stories influence the way children see the world?
Stories have a profound and long-lasting influence on children's development. From fairy tales to modern cartoons, the stories children grow up with often shape their understanding of good and evil, right and wrong, and how people should treat one another. For example, stories like Cinderella or The Lion King teach values such as kindness, honesty, bravery, and forgiveness in ways that children can easily relate to. Beyond moral lessons, stories also help children develop imagination and emotional awareness. By putting themselves in the characters' shoes, they learn to recognize different feelings: sadness, fear, excitement, and this helps them become more empathetic. In addition, storytelling strengthens their language skills and creativity, which are essential for learning and problem-solving later in life. I'd say stories are a foundation for emotional growth, cultural understanding, and critical thinking.
Zemstock Language Centre. All materials are protected under copyright law.